This is an urgent message because the people of Kenya need our help. A flood has come through and swept away the livelihood of hundreds of thousands of families. And what this means is that so many people are now going to be, in the next couple of months, at the brink of starvation. All the crops uprooted, and people are in just tremendous fear and panic because it's not that they don't know what's coming. They know what the future holds for them, death and starvation. How do I know? Because I've seen it before. I've witnessed this many times now over the last 15 years in Kenya as I've been on the ground supplying the needs of the people. And this has been one of the most heartbreaking experiences because these people have worked so hard and now everything that they have has been taken away from them. Tell us what it feels like.
To starve is very painful. It leads to wasting of the body the way it is. It is just like waiting for death.
What does it feel like to go without food?
Then the body becomes weak. She cannot sleep. She cannot concentrate. She becomes very weak.
What did she say? What did she say?
They are not sick. It is only starvation. Okay, it is okay.
Now, one of the most amazing things about this opportunity right now is that we can help save hundreds of thousands of lives with such a small output. Giving so little, we can help so many people. And that is a unique opportunity because anyone that ever loves to give or wants to make a difference, to know that you could save a life with a single seed or to save a family with a handful of seeds is something that doesn't come around often. We now have this opportunity to go and deliver the seeds to the people that have nothing, that are on the brink of starvation, that if they do not get help and support, they will die. They will starve and their families will starve. Their children will die. Their children will starve. I've seen all of this before. These then become the people that we then target. And that comes down to your love and generosity. And so I'm asking for your help. And now why am I asking for your help? Why can't the government solve this problem? Well, Kenya is a developing country, or a third world country, as people say. And what this means is that their governments don't have the money to supply the needs of their people in these situations. The charity that is fundraising, King's Ransom Foundation, is a 501c3, it's a tax-deductible donation, but they contribute. My company, Health Secret Well of Life, we give matching donations, and that's part of this campaign. This is an organization set up by myself in Kenya that is a 100% donation vehicle that gives directly to the people that are suffering the most and does not swallow up expenses in other matters. Any other funds that are needed come from independent donors like myself that give those donations to take care of various needs so that you can know that your money is getting to the people that need it the most. Now, one of the most amazing things about when you give to this campaign is that you're able to save additional lives that you wouldn't have been able to reach because we're magnifying your money. So we're matching donations. When you give $1, we match that dollar. There's lots of transparency and accountability, and that's what's important because everyone deserves to be able to know that their money is going somewhere. On top of that, I am now going myself to oversee this entire operation. Colleagues of mine that are giving generously are coming with me, and so they'll be giving photos, video accounts, auditing this whole experience for themselves to show you and the world that you were able to change lives. Now, how do I know that lives are changed and saved through seeds? Well, I'll tell you a story of one man. He had 7 watermelon seeds. He didn't get them directly from us. He got it from somebody that he begged from, that got it from us at a distribution. And what that meant was that he now had 7 seeds that he could use, but it was a drought season. He couldn't get any water for it, so he had the one thing to his name was his bike. He had a bicycle, and he then decides to not wait for the rain like a lot of the others are doing. He has his 7 watermelon seeds, and he now is getting a bucket, filling it up, and dumps this on his seeds. Each day he's doing this, and his watermelon seeds all grow. Each one of them yields about 30 watermelons. Total, there's about 210 watermelons that he can now sell for between $3 to $5 per watermelon, which he now uses that money to take care of his family, buy for the food, like a diverse range of food so that they can get the nutrition that they need. And then he buys solar panels so that he can charge mobile phones for a fee as a separate additional business with a separate additional stream of income. This is what one man did with 7 watermelon seeds and got himself into full self-sustainability. I sat with his family, ate watermelons with his family, purchased the ones that were there, and then ate them with the family, gave them back, and we ate them together, and the children smiled. They came back from school while I was there, and we just played together there on his watermelon field. And this is the future of what life can look like for a family like this, for people that are suffering like this, when people respond, when people decide that it's their problem too. And I've decided that it's my problem too, and I hope that you'll decide that it's your problem too, that it's not just somebody else's problem, because there's enough of that going on in the world where it's everybody else's problem and I don't have to do anything about it. I've decided to stand up and do something about it. That's the only place I find joy and fulfillment, when I choose to be this way, and I encourage you and call you forward to be that change in the world that you want to see. Be the change. Remember, there is a Bible verse that says, more blessed is the one that gives than the one that receives. All of our money is going into seeds. We have a unique opportunity. If we get these seeds into the ground now, we save hundreds of thousands of lives. If we don't, then come in 3 months, then there's a situation that you do not want to see or witness. I've been there, I've seen that, I've had people die in my arms of starvation. I know what it's like, and I don't want this to happen to people. This is just like my family. I have a wife, I have 2 children, my 5-year-old, my 3-year-old. I've never had to hear them cry because I could not supply them with food. I don't know what that's like. There are countless fathers there that are experiencing something that I've never had to feel. And part of the reason why their lives have been destroyed is because of COVID lockdowns, shut down marketplaces, which meant that farmers couldn't sell, which meant that they couldn't afford farmers to work on their land, which meant that food supplies went down, almost stopped throughout many parts of Kenya and other parts of Africa. And what this meant was that there was no food, and the food that is available then becomes astronomically expensive, including seeds, which put all these people in the most horrific situations. And there are predictions from major government organizations and non-government organizations that survey these types of things and give predictions, and they have predicted that hundreds of millions of people will die from the COVID lockdowns due to starvation that is going to happen as a result of that. And I do believe that that may very well be intentional, and there is a call then to respond and not let that happen. I want to encourage you to help and to be a part of this solution. You can do it, I can do it, we can do it together, and you'll get that satisfaction, that joy and happiness of seeing that you've changed a life forever.